Hey, this is John from OBB, Okie Backyard Builders. Trying to contemplate whether or not to be recording for this first build. We got the build over, done with, sealed, signed, and delivered. Picked up this car. Got the motor swap. Had to run down to Fort Worth, grab the motor, get it stabbed in there. Took the whole sum of 12 hours. 12 hours get this motor swapped in and out. Got a few tidy little things we got to tidy up there on the end. And then she be golden. We named her Heidi. As we were rolling back from Enid, Oklahoma, looking in the back rearview mirror, she was just back there hiding. Knew that she was not going to the graveyard, that she was getting restored, put back to life. And we was like, what do we need to name her? And the lady we bought the vehicle from, her name was Heidi. What most appropriate way to our first build to name it after the owner of the car. So we named her Heidi. Got that motor put in. She runs like a dream. This weekend, we're shooting for Thursday to be putting new brakes on her. We got the door handle on order. Tomorrow morning, we're going to take her and go get the tranny flushed. So she's going to have brand new fluids all the way through. New coolant, new oil, new brakes, new tranny. She's ready to hit the road. We've been driving around town. Sorry about the camera adjustment there. We've been driving around town. She's been doing awesome. No problems at all. But the alternator was kind of acting fishy on her. We got our brand new alternator we're going to put on her just to cover our bases and make sure she's golden when she goes out. First buyer's already lined up. It's going to a good home. And out of all the people, this lady is blessed. She's been praying for a good, reliable vehicle to get her to point A to point B. You know, she has family 2.5, 3 hours away. She wants to get out and do some traveling. And we're providing her with a vehicle that she can do that with. But, you know, this is just a short update. Shane went ahead and grabbed a video of her after he picked her up from the detail shop. She's all detailed. Don't even look the same. Don't look the same. Going to end up getting her home. Like I said, Thursday we'll get the final touches on her. We're actually going to bring it in the city and introduce her to her new owner. But I'm not 100% confident in the vehicle yet. Like I said, I am confident in the vehicle, but we want to make sure that this vehicle is 100% roadworthy, ready to go. So when we hand them keys over and they hand that check over, that I have no problem trusting that vehicle will last them a long time. Now, with that being said, we've already snagged us another vehicle. But wait, not another vehicle. We got 2 vehicles. Oh, but 2 vehicles wasn't enough. We got 3 in 1 week. We got 3 vehicles in 1 week. We got Loki coming out. Can anyone guess what she is? Or it might be a he. I guess we'd call him a him. He. Loki. Guess what he is? We will reveal him on the next episode. Then on top of that, we got the next vehicle, nicknamed Dunham. Guess what that one is? I ain't giving no secrets. No tips. Just think, Dunham. Then the third vehicle is going to be a blessing vehicle. We're going to bless somebody with this vehicle. We're going to get it up and running, and we're going to hand it over to them, minus the parts. They're going to pay for the parts. We will get it up and going. Fair. We know it's probably going to need a new engine, because that's what we're stumbling upon right now. A lot of people got a lot of cars just sitting there with engines blown, transmissions blown, and they park them. They don't want to do nothing with them. They just set them out in the pasture. Just let them just sit there and die, man. This metal don't need to sit out there and die. There's people want to drive them. So we're providing an opportunity to pull these cars out of the graveyard. We're always out on the hunt for our next build. We're looking through Craigslist, Facebook, driving down the road, looking through, places we drive by all the time. Man, look at that truck over there. It's been sitting there for 2 years, sitting over there. Let's go up and talk to him, see what's wrong with it. See how much it's going to end up. See how much it's going to cost us to get it up and running. All the while, we're blessing someone with a new vehicle and turning a profit. God's blessed us, and we're blessing the next person. But you tell us, what do you want us to build? Better yet, you in the Oklahoma City area and you're looking for a car and looking for a good deal. You let me know what you're looking for, what you're willing to spend, and what meets the criteria, and we'll see what we can come up with. We're so confident in our first build. We're so confident in our second build that we're backing it. We're putting a backing behind it. I told the seller of Heidi, I said, listen here. I know it's a used car. I know things are going to happen. You're getting this car for such a good deal. She is so happy with this car. I was like, don't want to put you in between a rock and a hard place. And I'm confident in this vehicle that it'll get you to point A to point B. That if you have a problem with this vehicle, you call Shane and I up, and we will come. One of us will come over there and look at that car and figure out what's wrong with it. and get it up and going for you. You provide the parts, we will provide the labor, and return the favor. Like I said, God has blessed us, and we're going to pass the blessings on. You know, people want a brand new car, they go out and buy a new car, but we're sitting here selling used cars at affordable prices, fixing them, doing some engine swaps, tranny swaps, engine diagnostics, trying to get these cars up and going. Like I said, we're trying to bless somebody that can't afford something, or can't afford the $500 a month car payment, or these new cars going for $30,000. Yeah, I'd love to build a $30,000 car. Shane would love to build a $40,000 car, but in return, we're focusing on the class that needs new ride, needs to get a point A to point B, or wants to go on a vacation. They want to go to Arizona or go to Florida. We're confident in these vehicles. When we turn them out the door, we're 100% confident in them. We go through it with a fine-tooth comb. We compiled 2 or 3 different car dealerships 101 point inspections, and we do them ourselves. And we go through it, and we just don't park it and put it out on sale for sale. No, we don't do that. We take it out for drives. We drive it. Would we put our daughters in that car? Yes. Would we put our wives in that car? Yes. If my wife, his wife, had to drive to Washington, guess what? I'm confident they'll make it. He had to put his daughter in that car and drive her to New York. He's confident. If I'd put my daughter in that car and drive her to New York, I'm confident. That's what we do. Now, we didn't get much video on the build on this one. Kind of slacked, and heck, we don't even got GoPros yet. This is just, like we said, we a bunch of Okies. We ain't from Muskogee. We Okies from Shawnee, Oklahoma. And we just in the backyard building it and rebuilding it. We might do the Copart thing. There's a lot of people doing the Copart thing, but right now, we getting them green titles. Not no yellow, brown title. We getting some fresh green titles and passing them puppies on. The next 2 builds, my lovely wife, she's gonna leave out Thursday and head down to Dallas, pick up 2 motors. Now, currently we got a blessing going on. Shane's brother-in-law, his wife's brother, blew the engine on his truck. Shane's like, hey, come over and help me put an engine in. He didn't even ask me, really. He's like, I gotta swap an engine in my brother-in-law's truck. I'm like, hey, no big deal. I'll come over and help. I come over, down and dirty. Got that thing ripped out one night. Come back over, I think it was a Wednesday or something like that. And I was like, hey, let's get this other engine slapped together. Let's transfer the parts so we can get it ready to stab back in. Got a part swap. We got it stabbed back in, but that's as far as we go. And granted, we still working a full-time job, so we're doing this after work. We still got to show the wife some lovings. We're going to school too. Oh man, full-time job, going to school, and hustling some cars on the side, doing some automotive work. It's looking good. So then this past weekend, which once again failed to record, so we're going to get the recording down this weekend. I'm gonna make sure to instruct my wife and daughter and son, who's all going on this trip to Dallas, that, hey, you headed to Dallas, I need recordings for you guys. You guys need to see this stuff happening. See the adventures are going on. Going down, picking up them engines. Them engines will be a little hint of what we're doing. We'll put some teasers of them up. Anyways, when they come back, we're going to try to get 2 of them knocked out this weekend. Actually 3. Because back to the blessing we're doing, free labor. He blew his motor. Went over there Saturday. We finished tightening up the motor, got it installed, got it started, got it setting outside, run it for about 15 minutes. We was charging the battery and just make sure there's no fluids leaking or nothing like that. No rods are going to blow. So we ended up taking it and pulling it in the garage to make sure that it was good to go. All of a sudden we started hearing a knock. Shut it off immediately. Grabbed the old video camera so we could video camera the knock. The engines have warranties. So we recorded the knock, ended up taking the video, giving it to his dad or his father-in-law. His father-in-law's like, pull the motor out, I'll take it back, we'll get it warrantied out. So that's what they did. We yanked that motor out, slapped in the back of the truck. He went and got it warrantied out, got a new one. New one should be here. I think it's supposed to show up today. If it don't show up today, it'll be here tomorrow. Thursday, we got to get that truck done. So we're going to slap up the video cameras, our cell phones, because like I said, we don't got no GoPros yet. We got no sponsors. We just doing this for our benefit, our own money, our own time. We're going to slap some phones out there, start recording us slapping this motor in there. First startup, we'll give it to you. First cold start, give her new fluids, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that they got a good engine this time. Honestly, I believe it was a oil pump failure on that one because we had good oil pressure for 15 minutes. We pulled it in the garage, and it was like instant failure. So oil pressure dropped, went from 44, 45 PSI down to like 15. When we pulled the drain plug, it was metallic-y. It was bad. So we got it. Tanner, Shane's brother-in-law, and Shane, they yanked that motor out 3.5 hours. So Shane and I is going to knock it out, get it slapped back in tomorrow. Once we get that done, we'll get the fluids checked, finish up the final touches on Heidi, hopefully get her to her new owner on Friday or Monday, and you'll get to see the new builds. All right, well, OBB out. Okie Backyard Builders.